Welcome to the White Cloud Mine. This mine was started around the time World War II got going, and they were mining mica here, muscovite mica, and that's not the type that looks like little flecks of gold in rock. Muscovite mica is the stuff that comes out, and you can actually, some of it's in big sheets. They used to use it in wood stoves and windows actually, and stuff like that. And they did a lot of work here. There's shafts all over the place, and there's placer gold in this area as well. But they weren't after the gold here. They were after muscovite mica. Kind of a cool area. The White Cloud property covered quite a bit. All the way over to here, they had, if you look over at the mountain in the distance, you can see they did a lot of work over there. Of course, people, like everywhere else, are throwing their darn garbage in these shafts. You can see they did a lot of work here. I don't know who holds this property now, but I think it is owned by somebody still. See where they were digging over here? And we're just kind of exploring today. Got the moon showing up there. Interesting area. That was a lot bigger hole. It's been filled in to protect people from their own stupidity. I think we're going to probably drive up to the mill site right now, where they processed all the mica that they dug from the hills around here. It's a cool area. I was hunting farther up in the mountains around here yesterday. But we're going to head up to the mill site right now. Check it out. Here we go. This is some more of the White Cloud work over here. And if you look down in the wash, I'll see if I can zoom it for you. That big white spot right there is actually a tailings pile where they're dumping the ore after they hand sorted this stuff. They actually picked through it by hand to get the best stuff. And you can see right over here, they really took the top off of that hill. I mean, they cut right through the center of it. They worked all around it. And there's several more mining sites up in the hills right here. And we're going to head down to the mill. Okay, here we are. Tammy's going to drive up to the mill. I'm going to walk up there and show you a little bit here. This is a really cool site. To see what these guys have done, all the work they've done here, it's absolutely amazing. That's Anderson Mill right up there that she's driving up to. And we're going to take a little walk up there. San Domingo Wash actually has water most of the year in some places, but it's underground. And the ranchers pump some of the water out or put piping in where the shallow bedrock meets the deeper areas, and the water is piped up into tanks up here for the cattle. And along with the cattle, a lot of other critters get to drink, which is a pretty cool deal. So the ranchers make sure there's water here year-round, which allows the burros and the deer, people if they need it bad enough, and other critters, including bees and everything else, to get a drink. Right, the ore that was produced here came out of granite pegmatites, which were intrusive, and they would mine these pegmatite veins for the muscovite mica. And here you can see some quartz veins and whatnot in this rock. They worked this area real hard for this mica. Like I said, it was at the start of the war, and they used the mica for insulation, packing, adhesives, paint. And right about that time, all the other mines in the area, gold mines, silver mines, whatnot, that were important to the war, were shut down. But this mine kept running, and it was run and built by two brothers, the Ruby brothers, or Rube brothers, not sure which it is on the pronunciation, spelled R-U-B-E. And between them and some of the other miners in the area that were working the muscovite mines, they supplied materials for the war effort, which is pretty cool. We're going to walk on up here to the mine now. Pretty amazing that these guys come out here in the mid-1900s, early 1900s, work these mines. Summer, fall, winter. Whew. A lot of work. Okay, here you can see some of the old, not sure what was there, you can't really tell. I imagine it had something to do with the water. And they have a little dike or a dam built right here that holds the water in behind it, and they run water lines down into the ground which fill these tanks. Oops, sorry about the sun there. It's coming up over the wash. We're coming up to the actual mill site now. What an amazing contraption. These guys built this by hand out of scraps and machinery. And this was a well. They used this, by the appearance of it, to pump water over to the actual workings. Got willow trees down here too, which is kind of cool. You don't see a lot of willows in Arizona. Yeah, we got a water tank up on the hill here. And here's where they put in another concrete dike to help hold water. Alrighty, and there's the mill. Let's walk over there and have a look. You can still see that water pipe running along the rocks there from the well. Anderson Mill. We'll walk over there and snoop around a bit. What an amazing feat of construction this thing is. You can see way up on top is the trommel, and where they put the ore before they ran it through. Like I said, this ore was hand sorted, and imagine the amount of work that took. And they would run it through this mill, and the mill was run by a huge generator that all used to still be down here, but it's been hauled off by the BLM. Bureau of Land Management actually started tearing this mill down, cutting it up into pieces and hauling everything off. Look at the little squirrel. I think he's looking for handouts. How about that? But the BLM started tearing this thing down. And the city of Wickenburg and the people there decided we didn't want that. And we petitioned the government and actually won. So it's still here. It's just amazing. Look at that belt. And that drove the trommel and everything else up on top. It's been vandalized a little bit. And look at here. Look how they put together that support system. Just cobbled together out of whatever parts they had here. And they would put them together to make this thing work. It's pretty amazing. I mean, I look at some of this stuff, try to imagine what they're actually doing. Oh, nice feather. Not sure. Looks like a buzzard feather, maybe. But you look around at this place, it's just amazing. Trying to figure out exactly how they ran this operation. There's our squirrel again. He's up there watching from that little post right there.
And there's bees.
Yeah, and we have bees here, Tammy said. And there is a beehive right here. You can see where they're going in and out. That hole right there. You got to be careful out here in the desert. Yeah, there's a good sized hive up in there. I'm not going to go too close because they are notorious for not liking cameras. If you look here too, look at this little gear shaft that they use for support here. And a lot of times these guys will go and scavenge old mines for parts to use in their mine. Okay, and this mill may have been constructed with stuff these guys actually scavenged from other mines. And they just kind of concreted and welded it all together here. And made it work.
That squirrel is right behind you. Hi, buddy.
This little guy right here. I think he's wanting a snack. Get him out a snack.
Do we have crackers?
Yeah, there's crackers in the top of the buggy.
Okay.
Friendly little bugger. Tammy will get him a snack. And we'll go ahead and walk up here. You look down at these stairs. I don't know what this graded material was, but they used a lot of it here. Just such a absolutely cool deal. Okay, we're going to go up around this corner now and try to get up to the top. Well, Tammy's up here with some crackers. We're going to see if this squirrel wants a bite to eat. It's a little dangerous up here. You got to be careful. There's our squirrel buddy.
Hey, buddy. Oh.
Yeah, he's watching that cracker intently.
You want a cracker?
Now, who would think, out in the middle of the desert, you'd run into a squirrel that just wants to be your buddy?
He's cute.
Of course, then us humans have to feed him dry crackers in the desert. All right, this is the ore chute. You can see after stuff went through that trommel, it would come down right here. And I believe this is probably, they hauled it off from here. Loaded it up. And there was a conveyor system that ran down from here years ago. But like I said, the BLM has come in here and really messed this up.
Can I want a cracker?
Yeah, we'll leave those there and see if he eats them. But I'm going to try to find a way to the top here. Shouldn't be much trouble, seeing as how there's a stairway. This is where the stairs end. You can see the BLM cut all this stuff off. Came up here with torches. It was so much cooler back before they decided it was an eyesore. Sure, lucky we have them to decide what's eyesores and not, huh?
He's eating a cracker.
Oh, there goes a squirrel with a cracker. Happy squirrel.
Going to eat it.
Alrighty, up we go. There's some extra water lines, plastic ones, running in and out of here years ago, in the early 90s. There's a bunch of folks up here who were growing weed. They ended up getting in trouble and getting run out of here. They're growing pot up here. I try to keep this darn camera out of the sun. It's early morning.
I've never gone this far up.
You can actually see here, there's still mica in the dirt here. You can see the shiny particles. That's mica. This is what they were mining. You see this material here. This is muscovite mica. Alright, you can see how it'll flake apart. That's Tammy's shadow going by up to the hill there. It'll flake apart. And this is what they were after. And getting more of this amazing construction. And you can see where parts of this are burned. That was from people fooling around up here and started a fire by accident. I guess it can be a little dangerous up here if you're not careful. We're going to climb up this hill and have a look at the top. A little bit of a climb here.
Yeah, I'm out of breath.
Okay, I got to get through this tree. Whew.
Oh, someone had a little fire up.
And here we are. There used to be a building up here, but it fell victim to the BLM as well. What an amazing feat of engineering. You can see another belt ran right here. It's cut and laying down on the ground. This is where they would bring the ore, hand sort it before it went in. Kind of fun to pick through the tailings up here and what's left. San Domingo Wash down there. We're way the heck up here. What an amazing mill. We've all seen the ones that are put together precisely and everything's just spiffy and store-bought. This here is quite a contraption. There's the pump where the water came from, that well there. It's been filled in. Yes, by the BLM. I think we might drive up the wash here, or down the wash, and do a little gold hunting today too. But I just thought a few folks might be interested in this amazing piece of engineering here. One thing to put something together from parts pre-made for the purpose, but it's another thing altogether to be able to come up here with a bucket full of junk and build that. Just amazing. You can see on the belts would spin. There's chain driven. The material will go through that trommel. I really wish this looked the same as it did in the early 90s when I first saw it. I think it was about 91. It's just been butchered now. Sad. Sad. Okie doke. Thanks for joining us to the trip to Anderson Mill today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe. And we'll have more coming soon. Take care. Nugget Shooter out. Well, I'm back just for a second. This is a piece of the muscovite mica in pegmatites. It's still in the pegmatite, granite pegmatites, and you can see the mica right in there. That's what they're after. All right, join us next time.